No, it's going.
So Rabbi say this is basically the side of a carbon Luciani Astaiti was to bring out, I guess, the inner person, and to bring out who the inner Yid is, and to bring that he should want to express and to follow through in the irrigation that he had, b'shas his carbon. So I explained that this is the pshat in Adam. We asked why Adam, and the answer is Adam Rishon Gzeila. What is Gzeila? I mean, you're not supposed to steal anyway. By the Aseret Sadivris, it doesn't say Adam. Like Sigzel doesn't need Adam. And the answer is we're not talking about the Gzeila. We're talking about the Adam. Kaidem Achet. Kaneden. The mensch can sein an Adam Kaidem Achet when he brings a carbon. Therefore, he needs that it should be without the like sigsa. Just like Adam Rishon Kaidem Achet. What does that mean? Adam Rabbi Yisai has high and low. Adam can be Adam Yadam. Adam Liyasaydim Yafam Yisayfel Afam. What's a person already? What's a mensch? You're right. But then Atam Kriyim Adam Gemara Samachein Yevamis, that a person can elevate the Adam. And it could be something that he soars even above Malachim. Adam. You're right, it depends what you do with the Adam. The Gemara says that Goyim are not called Adam. Taisa says, but we find Goyim are called Adam. Answers Taisa Min. They're from the species of Adam. Yeah, in the species of Adam, anybody could be. Everybody's part of Adam. But Atam Kriyim to be called Adam, the title Adam, the Chashivus of Adam, only Klal. So I told you over that there was a German Rav who went to visit the Chafetz Chaim, and he paid money for the ticket. It was a long trip from Germany to Lita. He came, he sat with the Chafetz Chaim, he wasn't impressed because the Chafetz Chaim hid everything. He was very simple in his anhaga. Like we said from the Chayvus Alvavas, the Chacham shows nothing on the external. He walks out of the room and he comments, Farta Mensch. Well, person, a big deal. I made such a big deal out of this. Isaiah used to phrase the end of the following. Isaiah said with this lashon, he had the misfortune of saying this in front of Rabbi Chanan. This was such a mistake. Any other person would have said, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Rabbi Chanan started to get angry because the Chafetz Chaim by him was Gadol Adar. He put the Chafetz Chaim on a pedestal and he started to yell, Adam, a mensch? What are you talking about? This is a mensch. It's a mensch that's like a malach, which is even bigger than a malach. A mensch, that's a mensch, that's Adam. In Slabatka Rabbi say, the Zayda told me, all the Musa Shmuzim was about one word, Adam. All the Shmuzim, years and years of Shmuzim was Adam. Adam its faults, Adam its milas. Musar to learn its faults. To elevate Adam, to understand its milas. Adam. You see, when it says Adam ki Yaakov Karban Lashem, there's a lot in the word Adam, Rabbi say. You see? We don't just mean Punkt, he happens to be a person. I think Rabbi said with this, we can explain the Chazal that we also started with, Kol Talmud Chacham Shein B'das Nevela Tevei. Why over here are we taught this lesson? Why did this become the lesson of the carbon? And I think Rabbi said the answer is L'chayra. And as the Chazal point out, Moshe Rabbeinu took us out of Mitzrayim. Moshe Rabbeinu gave us the Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu. He built the Mishkan. You understand who we're talking about? Yet if he would come into the Mishkan, Nevela Tevei. Does that make sense? What are we saying? You hear what we're talking about? You understand what? And the Medrash Taka points us out. Moshe Rabbeinu took us out of Mitzrayim. Moshe Rabbeinu gave us the Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu, Aviyah Nevi'im, Aviyah Chachmeh. And if he would do this detail of coming in without and let's talk about this. He was he was comfortable enough with the Rebbeinu Shlomo. Pel Daber Boy. If he would come without being called, Nevela Tevoi Menu. There's a Moed Kediyuk Reb Chaim Reb Chaim, from the Mir, Reb Chaim Stuchina, what was his name? Reb Chaim Shmulevitz. Reb Chaim Shmulevitz Medayik murdered. How did the Chazal use the lashon? Kol Talmid Chacham she'ein boy deya, das. Why are you talking about das? We're talking about midas. We're talking about midas thing. I'd like to say pshat. You know, das habeisa, if we understood Adam and the difference between Adam and a behema, we'd realize where das and midas are connected to the point that this becomes the Akdama to Parshas Vayikra. Tell me, why Nevela Tevei? You want to say a person's a piece of Nevela? It's the same. He's a shtick Nevela. Why is the Nevela better than him? Says the Beli Lopian, because the Nevela had no seichel to know. He killed it. Someone went in the street and ran it over with a car. But you have das. The Talmid Chacham, you have das. So that's where the point is about the das. So I'd like to say pshat, and I found Rabbi says the same vot. Rabbi and the Shivas Atzal says the same beher. Nevela is a behema. He has no das. And even the little das that he had that when he was alive, the minute it's dead, definitely don't have any das, right? Imagine you, Talmid Chacham, that don't have midas. You don't have das, you're even worse than the behema. You're even worse than the behema. The behema has no das, and when he's dead in a valley, he surely has no das. Talmid Chacham she'ein boy deya. So what are we complaining about? The deya and the teretz is the way I explained to you. We're complaining about the Adam. You know what the Beis Hamikdash? You know what a carbon that was supposed to elevate Adam? The person should be Adam ki yaakov mikem carbon Hashem. To go from the low to the high of Adam. So we give you a lesson of das. You know, there's a Gemara in Brachis, Daf Lamed Gimel, Kol mi sheyesh by das, ki'ilu nivne Beis Hamikdash biyamav. How did the das and the Beis Hamikdash come together? And the teretz is, das means Adam. It means das, it means midas, it means that the person was refined on the inside. The Beis Hamikdash, the Kalbin. It's exactly what it did for the person. There's a Merdik Balatanya. Adam ki yakriv mikem carbon lashem. Says the Balatanya, you know what you have to be makriv? The behema in you. Adam ki yakriv mikem, from you. Every person has behema in him a little bit. You know, we tell a person, as kanam, ratz, katzvi, gibber, kari. Why are we telling this to them? I should be like a lion. Says Reb Chaim Vital, the Rabbi Shalom, it's a medrash. Before he created Adam, he went to all the chayas aretz, and he said, let's make man. Why? Because every person has in himself, yeah? So we tell you, take this shtickle behem and use it lavedas Hashem. As, if you have it, don't be an aspanim, be an askanomer. Gibor, don't be a gibor to do averis. Gibor kari lakum babayker. Do it for the right things, for the averis Hashem. Adam ki yakriv mikem. The carbon has to be mikem. To uproot the inner behemoth of the mensch. I'll repeat a shlah that says Megadik. Adam ki yakriv mikem carbon, then it's carbon Hashem. But if it's minat behemoth minat sign, you think that you brought only the animal, then it's carbon chem. It's not carbon Hashem. Azayzak the shlah. You hear shlah kodesh? You hear? Adam ki yakriv mikem. If the akrav is from the person from within, then it's carbon Hashem. But if it's minat behemoth minat makam minat say, you thought you marked the animal. You're not marked. That's exactly what I was trying to bring out the whole shmuyas. When a person brought a carbon and he meant the animal didn't do anything wrong. Then it's kabban chem. But if you bring the carbon, the animal, and it's mikem, if it worked on your suffering, your ruchnius. It worked on your das, your midas. Then you brought a carbon. Rabbi say, what is the greatest carbon Lashem? Mikem, another. The person's mevatel himself completely. He has midas. He has derech eretz. Chafetz Chaim fliegt sagen that today we don't have korbanos. The greatest carbon, a person's mavar amidas. Mavar amidas. That's called carbon mikem. We have a Korban Pesach coming up. Yeah, we can't be marked with the Korban Pesach unless maybe Mashiach comes and we'll still have a chance. But we have a way how to be marked with the Korban Pesach. I always say this. You know, the Pesach comes with a lot of mavar amidas. The wife is yelling, and the children, and the in-laws, and there's a lot of opportunities in Pesach to be makriv mikem korban Lashem, to work on the midas from within. But the dust is come Pesach. Adam ki yakiv mikem anove. Humility, marvel amidis, and that's the Vayikra, the Aleph Zeira. Meish Rabbeinu was teaching us, Bikum Tarayin in Eil Meid, and don't forget, he was the only one that was allowed in. He comes humbly, he comes Vayikra. And that's Kesher Tefillin Hera Leonov. You want to know how the Kesher to the Rabbeinu Shleilam? Is through Anava. When a person is humble, then he can become a Kusha to the Eibishter. Dafke in Vayikra, which is about Kesher, Krevus, to come to the Beis HaMikdash, to attach yourself to the Rabbeinu Shleilam, the Hagdameh. The introduction is the Vayikra, El Meisha, the Aleph Zeira, the Midas Tevis, because the carbon needs that it should work on the pnim, the inside, in order that the person should be able to become a kusher to the Rabbeinu Shleilam. What the das is Vayikra Hashem El Meisha, what the das is Sefer Vayikra, what the das is the Yisod from Allah Korbanos. So the Allah Zecher Pesach, what the Rabbeinu Shleilam should take your personal cravings, the carbon mikem, all the sacrifices that we give for the Rabbeinu Shleilam. It's also carbon mikem. We can. Zeiche Taka to the Korban Pesach and also Yerushalayim Akeiz Mehebi Ameinu Amen. I don't think so. It's right before Yontif. It's the day before Yontif.
His wife will bring you markers on.